This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. I think that's what it was, don't you?
What was that zoning ordinance amended proposal remove again?
I was gonna bring forward an amendment to the zoning ordinance, but I pulled it before the meeting because I hadn't had any attorney clarification on it yet.
That's right, that's right.
I still haven't really had a chance to discuss
Yep.
it with them, so no, nothing right now on
Okay.
that.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting? Fred, do you want to make it a motion?
I'll make it a motion.
I'll second it. You were there.
I what?
I'll second.
Oh.
You second it? Yeah. Okay, motion has been. Okay. Public hearing. Is there a public hearing tonight, Rob?
No public
No
hearings.
public hearing. Okay, old business. Any old business?
No old business.
Okay. New business.
Well, first up, I have the final plat for St. Paul Road. Last month, we held the public hearing for this, and this is submitted from Ben Olson Realty and Mark Mangum at 612 St. Paul Road. He is looking to subdivide his lots that he has there into 5 single-family home lots, hopefully to build 5 homes there along the river. This summer and the fall, so we saw the public hearing for that last month. We heard comments from the public, and then we also, you kind of got to see the layout of the lots there. This month, they brought Bolton and Menk Engineering, submitted the necessary documentation for the final plat. So you can see that there in your packet, just basically the prelim, or basically the layout of what the lots will look like, and with basically where a house would theoretically go in your packet. I did print out the entire final plat document. I think Fred has it there too, so if you want to look through that at all. So it has all the information. We did receive an approval letter from our city engineer, Bill Engerman. So I also attached that for you as well, so you can see kind of what comments are left to be addressed. Don't really do that, but I know last month you kind of mentioned that you wanted to see some more information. So just giving you everything I have here tonight on this one. Again, this one will be kind of weird because there's no paved road there. So we are currently in the process of doing some sort of development agreement. It will not look like a typical one we've done, like for Keller Bartman on the apartment building or the Highlands, because there's technically going to be no public improvements built. So it's going to be pretty short and brief, but I'm in the process with our city attorney and city engineer on putting that together. And yeah, that'll be, any work done is going to be just hookups into the existing utility lines, and that would be taken care of after a plat. And all our approvals are done anyways. And so by that point, they would own the property and they would be able to do what they needed to do. So just looking for approval on the final plat tonight, or recommendation to city council for approval. And yeah, open it up for any questions you have.
So these lots are gonna be the grade they need to be to match up to the road then?
Yeah, well, yeah, it just has to be a certain setback away from the road. And
What I mean, the elevation and stuff.
yeah, it has to be a certain elevation higher. I don't know what the height of this will be, but that'll be for the builders to determine. But and again, since this one is kind of weird, since there is no builder attached, let's say they come in one off, they still would have to go through all our approvals anyways, because they have to get our building permits. And so our Bill Engerman still needs to approve it. I still need to approve it. So we would go through all those elevation and flood issues as well at that time too. But in the review letter, Bill did note that they didn't have the flood fringe mapped out in this prelim or in this final plat. But he doesn't have any concerns from what he told me, him or Scott Hunnicky, our other city engineer. So
that turnaround down there,
yep.
that's not gonna be done either until later?
Not until the road is complete. That was just what we originally platted. on that first time around, I think years ago, or what the plan was for the road to go in. So that's what it will be, but that's not what it is right now.
So are they gonna do something about like for curb and gutter and tar and stuff? Is that gonna, I mean, is he gonna pay that as he sells these in and then like in an escrow account or something? So we don't run into trouble like we did
Yeah,
across
that's
the
it.
street?
They'll put it in writing that the city isn't gonna,
Yeah, because the city's gonna have to come up with the money to do it,
Right.
you know, and then, but it'd be nice if, I don't know,
We will have,
it's in the amount of the lot.
Yeah.
And then if they can put it in an escrow, I know it'll change down the road because they probably won't be done for 4 or 5 years.
right.
But at least we'll have a portion of it.
Yep. So what the plan is that on this development agreement that we work on, the plan is we want that there will be no right to waive or assessments, any future assessments, which is normal. Our city attorney says he does this all the time. Something out of the ordinary. The only difference is just this is a weird project because we didn't do it before. But we'll just have some agreement that just says they can't, either they need to, we would like them to pay it up front, but if he has said he doesn't want to do that, well, then we're going to say that, well, you can't appeal an assessment if we do it. It's just going to get assessed, and it's kind of tough luck.
On Mark, you mean?
Yeah, or the future owners of the lots, either or. But yeah, Mark would be included since he would still own his property there. So I think we'll be okay. I mean, our attorney doesn't have concerns about it, and he'll be kind of drafting this for us. And so I'll be bringing that back for review whenever we have it, probably next month, I would assume. But I'm not too concerned about it.
there's no city and water sewer out there now, is there? There is?
No, there is, yes.
Already in.
It's already in because we did it across the street. So the
Not
only
just
thing,
across the street, but you get it to the lot.
yeah, their only work they're gonna have to do is just hook up into those existing lines. So I asked Jeff, our public works director, about this, and he said everything's already there. They just need to hook into it. So he said he wasn't concerned. It's normal. Typically, they're already kind of in the system, and then they can just do the regular hookup. They will have to do some sort of availability, but it's not far. It would be more worrisome if this was out in like a township and we still needed to draw all the utilities in. But for this, we're not too concerned since it's right there. So again, little bit weird, but I mean, at the very least, those utilities are there. They may not have been there. So now that we have that in, we only have to worry about future public improvements. And Bill Angerman said that on this phase, currently, nothing will be constructed public improvement wise. It's basically just subdividing the lots so they can hook the water in and then they can sell the lots to whoever wants them. So there's nothing on the city's part right now. Obviously in the future there could be, but that's where you can't appeal an assessment to us when that time comes because it was denied before. So this time we're not, like if we have to do it, we're not going to let them appeal an assessment on it.
But they can't appeal it, but there's options of the assessments. It can be like paid in 10 years or whatever.
Right.
They would have them options.
Yep. Yeah. There are those options. Those wouldn't change, I don't believe. This is just basically saying that it gives us time to plan because this road was not part of our capital improvements at all until this came about. And it's still not because we can't float the cash for it. We have other projects we're working on. So it's going to happen eventually. This probably not for some time. I don't even.
Everything's already built.
Yeah. It's a little bit weird, but again, that was a council decision, previous council decision to not do the road there against, our advice from Cindy Engineer, but that's what they chose. And so we're here.
Is that road part of our annual dust control? I think it is, isn't it?
I think so, but I can't verify that. I don't know off the top of my head.
Now, last month we voted on subdividing the lots. How is it different tonight that we're gonna?
Well, so last month it was just a preliminary plat and we did that for Highlands
Yeah.
and for, Keller Bartman, any other development. Generally, I would say this one would just be a regular subdivision that you would have done at one go, but our ordinance says after a certain amount of lots or a certain amount of acres, it has to be this process. And so that's where we are on this one. It's like just around the cusp. So this is just the final approval for it. And then this plat would get recorded with the county, which would then split the lots, creating the buildable lots for sale. The only other approval you would see is for some sort of agreement, which may just go to council or may come to you depending on when we have it done. So that's the only other thing we'd have to do, because we did the rezoning technically last month, and then that will get taken care of whenever this plat is recorded as well.
Okay, so our motion should be then to subdivide the lots? Is that what we?
It should be just to approve the
to
final
approve
plat.
the plat. Okay, is there a motion to approve the plat?
I'll make a motion to approve the final plat for the, what development do you call this? For the Mangan development.
Yeah.
Just for the ones out on Railway. Okay, is there a second?
Okay.
Okay, is there any more discussion on it? Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Right?
Aye. Approve, disapprove? Okay, the motion passes. Okay, next item is, the recommendation of the new members. Is that
Yeah.
right?
So I received 3 applications for planning commission. We have 2 here tonight, Pete Lawson and then Jess Simpson. So I don't know if they want to do any talking or not, but so basically I'm looking for some direction on approvals of these 3 applications. I added them all into your packet so you can see what they wrote in there. And again, this will be eventually confirmed by city council next Thursday. So yeah, I don't know if you guys want to introduce yourselves or talk at all. I mean, you feel free or not. I mean, go for it, but.
Pete Lawson, worked for Schumacher's now 12 years. Part of the, it's kind of interesting getting on board, get us help out and help out.
Perfect.
My name is Jess Simpson. I moved here 4 years ago with my husband and 3 boys. We grew up in Maple Grove, but that kind of wasn't really fitting what we were looking for. We were looking for something that was more community oriented and just a little bit more small town, but still with a forward moving, feel. And that's kind of exactly what we got when we moved here. So I've just really fallen in love with the community and I'm looking to get more engaged. I just want to help the community grow, but also kind of maintaining that small town feel and history.
Perfect.
And are you a homeowner also?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're a
Yeah.
homeowner too? There's no compensation for this
No.
position. It's just a volunteer position. Okay. Okay.
So are we gonna have all 3 of them?
Well, so technically we have 5 members right now and our ordinance is clear about 7. I did kind of put this in the email for you guys too, because Tom asked the same question as well. Legally, I don't know if we can go over currently. We'd have to adjust the ordinance to make that happen. And obviously it's just not fast enough to do that because it requires public hearings. And honestly, the zoning ordinance is pretty tough to amend anyways. So I would say at this time, I think you can only choose 2. We can revisit it to add members in the future. I would maybe advise against that, but that's your choice too. If you want me to go that route, I'll do whatever you need to do.
Would they make 5 then, if they join?
They would make 7
They would make 7.
because we have Tom
Oh, yeah,
and
we
Kim
have
still,
Tom.
which would put us in line with all our other boards. They all have 7.
Do other towns have 7? around?
Yep. Or 5. I don't see any more than 7. I think that gets into
Right.
that's a lot of people, which again is fine too. I mean, if that's what you want to do, we could add 9, but I will also point out that these are the first applications I've received since I've been with the city.
I was gonna say, it's been a long time, so
Yeah.
yeah, let's.
And even before that too, because at least one of the spots hasn't even been filled since this former city attorney left.
Yeah.
So, it's been a while. So again, we could make it so we could have more in the future, but it's like, can we even guarantee that we'll even get those spots anyways too? That also opens up the door to the quorum as well, because then like, let's say we had 9, we'd have to have 5 members here every time. And that can be a problem, especially not just with this board, with all our boards getting quorum. So again, it's definitely your decision, but I would say currently we should probably focus on doing 2 and then revisit it maybe after I get legal clarification.
Well, I think with both of these being homeowners, they would be good members of the committee. Any other discussion? Do we make a motion to recommend them then to the council?
Sure, yep.
Okay, I'll make that motion that we recommend Jessica and Peter, okay, as members of the Zoning and Planning Commission. Is there a second?
I'll second it. We got to take turns.
Any more discussion? Okay, the motion is made and seconded.
Now that goes to the council.
Now we're going to
For final approval.
we just shepherd things in. Sometimes they agree with us and sometimes they don't. I think they'll agree.
We gotta vote on the motion.
Pardon?
We gotta vote on the motion.
We can vote on it.
Okay, vote on the motion. Okay. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion passes.
Perfect. Thanks for your interest. That's exciting.
Yeah, really, it's been a while.
Yeah. Appreciate it, yeah.
And I appreciate the applications because it has been a while, so.
Yeah, I've been poking around.
Yeah, and our other boards usually fill up like that, so I don't know why this one.
Well, and I don't think people really know what this committee does. You know, it's like they look at it, they go, oh, okay, yeah. I'd rather do library or whatever because they're more familiar with those.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I've learned a lot since I've been on here about how things operate, so I appreciate being here.
I'm more familiar with like the construction.
Yep.
kind of thing, so that's what interests me on this.
Yep. And everything from this board, it's only recommendations to the council. The council approves everything that goes on.
Right, yeah, these are all recommendations that go to council for, usually I would say most times they approve it, but there's the one-offs that they don't. But it's the same with all of our other boards too. The only one that's a little bit different is park board and library board, I guess, too, because they have their own money. So they get to spend without council approval. But all the other ones are basically recommendations too. So it's pretty in line with everything else we have. So, yeah.
And we get some big crowds sometimes of people who aren't going to agree with what's going on here. So. But it's good to have the citizen involvement. Okay, is there any other business tonight?
Not from me.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything to discuss?
I don't. You have any-
Nope, I don't.
A motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll
Second. Motion to be and seconded. All approved, say aye.
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 Disapproved. Adjourned.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll send you guys both emails, just as written notification and then telling you about next week. So yeah, let me know, and then I'll put you on our email list for the next meeting. So, and if you have any questions about items on there, just let me know. And then I can
Appreciate it.
explain whatever too, so.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.